Hello and welcome to the Zooming News Podcast, and I'm your host, Dustin and DaHusky.
And I'm Kurdan, Sourpuss.
And it's been too long. Life is a bit, chaotic right now. Working 12, 13-hour days. It just happens. I'm going to adjust this just a little bit just so that...
Down.
There we go. I miss doing this. I'm hoping that within a short time, we'll be doing this regularly again. It's just, insanity right now. However, you know what time of year this is and what has happened. What happened, Poos?
I just took a poo.
And the cat has made a log.
I made a log and MFF.
Yeah. MFF 2021 just happened this past weekend. It is many firsts. It was my first MFF for the whole weekend since 2015. It's been your first MFF to stay there since 2015. So it's been first for both of us. And actually our first con since First Square 2020.
Yeah.
And you know what? This episode of the podcast, we are going to do our review of our con experiences, which, before we dive into it, just something quick. For many, many years, I've actually really wanted to do con reviews, but since I never had a chance to do them, I feel like I missed out, because I can then go back to certain reviews and whatnot and see what's gone right, what's gone wrong, memorable moments. I kind of regret not doing that from the beginning. So, hey, we're in a pandemic. Things are kind of messed up anyway. I figured let's start now. So, Kurdan, would you like to talk about your fun weekend?
I would. I'd also like to talk about this puffy finger.
What did you do?
That is from Sylvester.
Aww. Oh, it's that part. It's It's a fractured diacopolis with some mild retardation.
It's just an allergic reaction.
Actually, my boy got me good. Here, there. Let's see. He got me here and there.
Here.
His claws need to get trimmed. Here. Aw. This is a really super heated room. We had to not only turn off the space heater down here, but also the overhead fans, or the overhead lighting. Yep. So the only thing that actually surprisingly works incredibly well is that lamp.
Yeah.
So actually, I dig that. I dig that a lot. All right. I'm sure our friends are probably busy somewhere, working. But we understand that.
Yeah. And
this is probably going to be a typical long episode anyway.
Well, not too long. I got stuff I got to do.
Right. It might get to maybe 2 hours, but at that point we'll probably cut it off by then. But figure let's actually catch up. But first, let's talk about FurCon.
FurCon.
So, how we're going to do this? The very moment you punch out of work.
Yep.
That's when you start the weekend, right?
I'm going to start mine before.
Okay.
Only because originally my thought process was I wasn't going to take any time off. I was just going to literally just
go for the day.
Go for the day and come home the next morning, the next afternoon, whatever. I'm sitting there at work on Friday, and I'm like, I kept looking at my app that shows all my the time off that I've earned, and I'm like, I still have 16 hours of paid time off.
Really? At Walmart of all places? That's actually incredible.
Because I thought we'd stopped earning it, but apparently either somebody's not putting it through or whatever. Hey, Alpha.
Alpha, hello. It's good to see you.
So
and Cookie.
I look at my Cookie. Yeah, so I look at my phone and I'm like, dang, I got 16 hours. I should take off on Saturday. And I'll just go today, Friday.
I thought you were there Thursday.
No, you were there Thursday.
I could have saw you in the hall Thursday.
Nope.
Oh, okay.
If it was me, it was my doppelganger.
Oh.
Which I'm sure I do have a doppelganger.
And then it's a Poos wearing glasses, and that's doppelganger.
I'm just trying so I can read comments.
Oh.
So I took off Saturday. I just said, screw it, I'm not going in. And so I updated my ride that I had coming for me on Saturday to pick me up on Friday, literally the minute I got off work. So I took an Uber from basically Milwaukee to Chicago.
Did you leave your car here or at work?
I left my car here.
Okay.
I wasn't going to leave it there.
Yeah, that would be pretty risky. Knowing
Yeah, not in a
people.
Walmart parking lot. There's no
I mean,
way.
you can't do overnight parking anyway, but.
Well, you can because we have a third shift, so there's always cars over there.
Oh, that's right. You
Yeah.
you guys went back to 24 hours.
Well, no. We open at 6. We close at 11.
But there's a third shift there. Okay.
Right. We open at 6 a.m. We close at 11 p.m. We're only closed for 7 hours or 6 hours.
Yeah, I
What's
guess
the
it's-
point? Anyway,
Yes.
that's Walmart. They're dumb. So, yeah, I arranged for my ride while I was working. I'm literally walking around and setting everything up. Called the hotel, told them I'm coming in a day early. They were like, "That's fine, no big deal."
What hotel did you go to?
I stayed at the Comfort Inn. It is a 6-minute drive from the hotel to MFF to FurFest.
Where did you park your car while you were there?
I took an Uber.
That's right. Oh, see, I'm so
Yeah.
used to.
I know. It was actually really nice.
Did you take a shuttle?
Yeah, there's a
Oh.
shuttle that runs from Comfort Inn to MFF Hotel every 30 minutes.
That's not so bad.
So if you miss one, wait a half hour, go with the next set.
Was that 24? Was that a 24-hour?
Yes.
Ooh, wow.
Yes.
That's it. See, I don't want to interrupt, but
It's fine.
a good shuttle service that runs throughout the night
Yep.
is perfect. Even in the middle of the night when
Yep.
I expect shuttle services to come a bit more
Yeah,
Okay.
infrequently.
but at least it's there. That's actually pretty cool.
Yeah.
That's actually pretty neat.
It
I have
is.
to say that.
They dropped us off at the Rosemont, the registration area,
Right.
every day. But I like going in that way because there's 2 reasons why. There's number 2 reasons. Number 2, I get to see everybody that's coming in again.
Through the Hall of Death.
Yeah.
You
not
get to experience
not
it
just
with
the
all
Hall
of us.
Death. I mean, the registration area. I can there's people sitting around, just sitting,
Right.
lounging, relaxing in a more quiet area. I could did literally go up and said hello to every single person in the area in
Aw.
fursuit. There was a couple deaf guys, so I signed my name to them.
You know sign language?
Yeah.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah.
I don't know sign.
I said hello and mocked everyone that was waiting in line at the what's the coffee shop that's there?
Oh, Starbucks.
Starbucks. And talked with people. I was good there for a good half hour, 40 minutes. And went up the escalator, said hello to Tiffany.
Oh, she was there as well.
She was working at the Artist Alley.
She's an artist.
No, she was working at the door.
She's actually staff.
Yes.
Oh,
she's
cool.
staff.
Okay. Oh, that's.
So
that's
she was
nice.
at the door.
I didn't know she was staff.
Yeah,
Oh,
she
cool.
always volunteers. So she was at the door the first day, and so I got to see her like right there. I was like, "Hello, hey." And the second day, when I went into Artist Alley, she was at the adult entrance checking people's badges.
Oh.
And she was checking people's IDs, really, is what she was doing. And she was like, "Are you going in there?" And I was like, "Nah, I've seen enough dicks. I know what dicks look like."
Yeah.
So, and then again, I walked around. I went up and down every aisle. That's how I saw the short stormtrooper.
I saw that picture.
Yep.
You all look like weird Wookiees.
Yep.
That's the
So
sign.
true. And then, of course, the Hall of Death, which the first day that I walked through that,
It wasn't bad.
it wasn't on. The heaters were not on.
Neither was Thursday night.
Because Thursday night, I'm sorry, not Thursday night.
Thank you, King.
Thanks.
We're just going to be just discussing the weekend, so then you can telepathically enjoy what we enjoyed. Okay,
Yep.
that makes sense. So that means that you get to have a experience through our experiences through the
experience-
computer screen.
Yep, you can experience it through our experience. The second time I walked through that Hall of Death, I was in pup suit, no heaters. I was freezing, but I did wear my shoes the first time. The second time I wore pet suit, I didn't wear shoes. I went all in. I committed completely to the look and
Aw.
completely regretted it because I had to go outside in pet suit.
Oh, that's rough.
It was horrible. Anyway, rewinding back to my first day there. And then we can even share just like our first day experiences and then go back and forth.
I like that idea. So in
That
this
way I'm
case,
not monopolizing the whole time.
in this case, so you discussed your Friday, right?
Yeah,
I'm going to discuss both my Thursday and Friday, and we'll just tag along from then on.
sure.
Okay. So,
Wait, I'm not done though.
oh wait, oh, so you were making a suggestion.
Yes.
Oh, I
but
actually thought it was done.
I'm still
okay.
on my Friday.
Oh, okay, sorry.
So check in the hotel.
When did you check in?
I checked in at 3.
Oh, in the afternoon?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Immediately got into. Was I in fursuit? It had to have been. Yeah, I got in fursuit. Yeah. Yeah, I got in fursuit. Yeah. And then did all the things I said I did. I went into we shuttled registration there. Oh, registration. I registered and I never even attended a panel the whole freaking weekend.
I registered at the spot, and you know what? I thought it'd be a nightmare.
It wasn't bad.
Actually, better.
The only bad part about it was the laptops that they had set up kept falling asleep. So somebody would have to come over and log back into it.
Oh, see, that wasn't an issue when I had to do
Yeah,
it.
because there was more people using them.
Yeah.
For us, it was because it was like me and 6 other people.
Oh my God, yeah, that's. But I'll let you continue.
So registered in suit. I did everything typing in suit, except I had to take the head off. And then once I did, again, I went up. I said hello to Tiff. Went through the Hall of Death. It was perfect prime time for walking around at that point. I must have been there in suit for, let's see, by the time I got to the hotel, it was like 4, probably till 9, 10 o'clock. So I suited for a good 5.5 hours.
Which with your suit is brilliant because you
Yeah.
have perfect ventilation and, like, I've been in, like we swapped heads at a
Yes.
con, and after 45 minutes, you asked me if we could head back to the room because you were sweating bullets.
Yep.
And I didn't break a sweat in 45 minutes, which was incredible. Which
Yep.
is something I'm going to touch into after we discuss.
Yeah.
Because I have plans now. So, but
That first day, I must have probably taken like a good 10, 15, maybe 20 selfies with people in suit. And it was just a very successful night. A lot of fun. Half the people I saw I knew, and half the people I saw were new. Like, I knew and were new. Like new friends. So
that's awesome.
it was great. And then shuttled back. I had to walk through. That's the only problem that sucks with staying in another hotel. To catch that shuttle back, I have to go back through the Hall of Death again.
And you have to plan it so
Yeah.
that you need to be right when
Well,
it's.
You don't have to be right.
Well, you wanna be
ideally,
a bit early.
yeah, ideally you want to be there before the shuttle gets there.
Right.
But again, it's every half hour. So if it's 35 and you just missed it by 5 minutes, you have to stand there for 20, 25 minutes.
You could goof around for 15 and then go back in line.
Right. So, and then I went back to the hotel. Somebody that wanted to meet up with me was staying in the same hotel. So we met up and we like shared gear and stuff, and he got to see my pet suit, and No sex, thank God. Because, as we will discuss later on, the smell began there.
Oh, was he the first smelly one?
He was the first smelly one. And it's funny, too, because he even made it a point to tell me, I'm going to shower before I come over. And he took a good half hour. Like a half-hour shower is pretty thorough.
Yeah.
So, if you take a half-hour shower and then I smell this right here, this thing,
He didn't wash
and it
himself.
smells like cummies.
Oh, he didn't wash very good then.
No, he did not.
So imagine his ass.
Well, I didn't go there.
Which apparently there's a thing where straight people don't wash their ass.
It makes them gay.
So every single human being on the planet, you have to question, did they wash their ass or they didn't wash their ass?
Yeah.
The real question is they probably washed their ass because after a while you just really rank.
Yep. But overall, I wasn't like the most smelliest person by far. Oh, I did change and went back to the hotel again. I'm not done. Because like by 10 o'clock, I was like, I'm going back to the hotel and I'm in a pet suit for a while. Got on the shuttle, sat down, immediately my tail, which has 4 snap buttons on it. I sat on it, didn't realize it unsnapped, detached itself from me. When I got off the shuttle, it stayed on. My tail stayed on the shuttle and took a ride back to the hotel for me. So now I'm pet suiting around, taking more selfies with people. Cosmic really was into it. I was a little bit in shock.
Cosmic Wolfie?
Yeah. Because it's so funny, whenever he shows up, I always forget how tall he is. He's tall.
Yeah, that's a thing that I noticed. It's like, I'm average height.
Yeah. Well,
and
you're a bit short.
I'm average short, you're average tall.
Yes.
And there are taller fuckers.
Yes.
Nothing wrong with tall people.
The big muscle.
But you guys are...
The big muscle wolfy guy. Did you see him?
Maybe.
His suit is like super muscly. But his
so
head...
tall.
His
just
head was
short
like...
Hoosk.
His head was like a head taller than mine. Like, are you seeing out of that, or are you seeing out of somewhere down here? Anyway, you can always tell when Cosmic is there because people awkwardly stand there and kind of wait to like get in. And I just like casually. It's so funny.
I mean, people are trying to be
he's some
polite.
sort of celebrity, though. But
I think they're trying
to. It's like he's some sort of celebrity.
I think people are just trying to be polite. That you want to talk to someone, you want to have a short moment with them by saying a few words, and you want to wait till the next person or the person before you stops, and it's only it's a polite thing. You wait for the last person to talk, and then you come in, and then you say a few words, and have a good conversation, but don't take up the whole hour, because then it's rude for the next person that would like to talk to them as well. So I totally get that.
So I was standing there. I just happened to be sitting next to him, and these people kept kind of coming up, and finally I was like, "That's it. I just want to take a quick selfie with you." So I said, "Cosmic, can I just take a quick selfie with you?" And he like grabbed me. He's like, "Of course. I always have time for a handsome puppy." And I was like, "Oh my God, good Lord!"
And
I just want a selfie.
He must be a really
He definitely was down.
He was definitely down to pup.
Yep. So I was like, all right, well, I got validation there. Cool. So once I was done pet suiting around, I think I didn't realize till about halfway through that my tail was missing. At that point, I'm thinking, it's a tail. It's not even my favorite tail. It's the long,
Ropey one.
thin, ropey husky tail,
Yeah.
which is more really for female huskies, I thought.
No.
Just some huskies have big floofs.
I think it really depends on the Hoosk.
Yeah.
I think they're just either ropey floof or very, very poofy floof.
Yeah. So, at that point, I'm thinking, you know what? It's a tail. I can always get another one. Not a big deal. And somebody was telling me that For Fun, I think is the name of the company, is really good about sending replacement stuff if people lose like a part of the suit.
That's pretty cool.
Yeah.
It's almost like a 0 questions asked.
Right.
You bought our products, you like it a lot,
Right.
enough to lose a tail, we'll gladly.
And almost every time I
fantastic.
tweet a photo of it, they will favorite it and retweet it on their page on Twitter as well.
It shows that people are enjoying their products.
Right.
That's a fun way to be in
I
business.
don't mind being a free advertisement for them if it helps them sell more suits because I enjoy it. So I get back to the hotel after a really successful first night, considering I just got there at like 4 p.m.
Right.
And I'm like, I walk past the front desk in my pet suit, and I think to myself, I wonder if somebody turned that tail in. I should check. So I went to the front desk and I just said, hey, I'm wondering if anybody has turned anything into you guys. And she says immediately, can you describe the item? And I said, it's a tail about this long, about this width and diameter tube. She turns around and she comes back with the tail. And I'm like, that's it? Like, all right, well, that's the one thing I was allowing myself to lose. I don't lose anything else for the rest of this con. Everybody gets one. And then on my way back to the room, there's a suite right in the corner. Obviously, the corner of the hotel is always a bigger room, the suite. And they had a sign up that said, smile, you're on camera, because there is actually a camera in the corner of the hallway. And they heard music and I heard talking, and I was like, there's a party going on in there. Room party.
Was it a furry party?
I don't know. So I knocked on the door. And they stopped talking. And I knocked again. And I hear somebody say, well, you go get it. And then the other person says, why do I always have to go?
That's amazing.
So they come over, they open the door, and I'm like, hi. I'm just wondering if I could get your help. I can't get this tail back on. And they're like, he goes back and he tells somebody else, such and such, so and so, whatever, blah, 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 blah. Then he comes back in, he's like, you can come on in. And they had this hotel room, like, I have to show you pictures. I should have had it ready. Just really nice. It was all in black light, and it didn't look like a hotel
So it
room.
was a furry.
It was definitely a furry party.
Oh, okay, I was gonna say it's like normies, like
No.
because I thought, is it a furry party?
Yep, it definitely was a furry party.
Oh,
and
okay.
these people actually happened to be the ones that found and turned in my tail.
Oh, that's awesome. Well, that's perfect.
Yeah, which was really cool. And then I did poppers, and they had homemade drinks. I tried poppers.
You tried poppers.
For the first time ever in my life, a 47-year-old man tried poppers and spilled them.
Did your face go numb?
No, it went down my chest.
Oh.
So this went numb. Now it's still in
pet suit.
Pet suit.
Just be glad it wasn't your fursuit.
Yeah. Oh yeah. It would have smelled.
It would have smelled like poppers, and every furry would be like, "Hey, I was a, oh, and then their face is all numb and they're ready for the banging or something.
Yeah. So then I ended up staying up till like 3 a.m. Went to bed, woke up at like 7, 8 o'clock, had breakfast the next morning. So that was day 1 and morning 2.
So I take it we're
So that first night was so successful. I was already like, if nothing else happens this con, I'm already happy with it. But it wouldn't have happened had I gone in the next day like I originally planned. How awesome is that?
that's a pretty solid start right there.
I think so. So how was Thursday? How was Friday?
Okay, so Thursday after work, I punch out.
What time after work?
Actually, it was pretty reasonable. It was about 5:15, maybe 5:30. I was expecting a 12-hour shift. It turned out it'd only be maybe only 11.
That's not bad.
So I got out an hour early, so took advantage of that. I immediately counted my cash, went to the checkout, went and used the restroom because I'm going to be driving in a bit. And as soon as I got my paperwork back to then punch out, I punched out, drove down a bit, stopped at a gas station to buy a packet of water because that was the only thing I didn't have, and I didn't feel like keeping a bottle of water in my car because for the first time ever, and you told me this, for the first time ever, I got all my stuff ready nearly 5 days prior, and all I had to do was just pack a few things, zip it up, put it in my car the night before. That felt good. I felt really good about that.
Good.
Parked my car with my fursuit bin in the back trunk in the driver parking lot. No one said anything. But I did not want to have bottles of water exploding because it was pretty cold that day.
Yeah.
So I wanted to actually buy a packet of water at a gas station, which even for gas station prices, $6 ain't bad.
Wait, what?
$6 for a pack of 28.
Oh, okay. Sorry. I was thinking $6 a gallon. I'm like, Jesus Christ.
Oh no. I already filled up my car then. It was just wanted to buy a single packet of water because of course fursuiting.
Yep.
My philosophy is normally you just drink water in the hotel room. But then again, I'll make another video personally on how to con and how to fursuit. That'll be something else that I'll be glad to dive into. But this is just more like a personal thing that I tend to do because it's just more convenient.
Right.
So I get it. So I get some bottles of water, a packet of water, put it in my car, and then I drive down. It's about an hour, 10-minute drive or something like that because I'm already 30 minutes down from where I would normally start. I started from the station. Or maybe, no, I would say it's about like an hour 30. So I saved about 20 minutes of driving. So I get there. Nothing happened. Roads were kind of dead. That's fun. That's really fun to know that when you get somewhere in Chicago and not have to deal with traffic. It was perfect.
Places.
Absolutely perfect. Get in.
So what time did you get there?
I probably got there by around 7 o'clock. 7:30. Actually, yeah. It was about 7:36 because that's kind of when I looked at the time and say, hey, I made some pretty good time.
So Rebecca was already there?
Yep. The Tiggs was already there. She already had her hotel room. She didn't sleep very well the night before because she was excited. So she only got 2 hours of sleep.
Oh, God. And drove down there?
Something like that. She was excited.
Yeah.
Finished the rest of her packing that morning. Got in her car. Got there. Got to hotel and such like that. And, just kind of like seeing things or something. I got there about 7:30 and whatnot. She helped at least carry a few things to the hotel room because normally, and again, something to talk about on how to con and how to fursuit because, again, I have a whole philosophy. When you do something for a very, very long time, you figure out really, really easy ways to do things.
Yeah.
But, it only took one trip. Actually, no, it took 2 trips. There was a few things I wanted to grab from my car, the packet of water, and my food for the weekend, and that was it. Got in there, and Ricky was, incredibly tired because she didn't sleep very well. So she decided to just kind of like lay in the bed, and she's kind of like nodded off and whatnot. And I was like, you know what? She's tired. I'm not gonna bother her because if you're really that tired, I'm not going to push you out of bed.
No.
To do fun things. Really, if you need sleep, that's maybe the best thing you should do is just get some sleep and survive the next day without any issues. So she just laid in bed. I got into suit nearly immediately. Within about 10 minutes, I was out the door, and now my suit is an oven.
Yes.
If my suit were more like yours, where it breathes so well that I don't have to worry about overheating, it wouldn't take me 20 minutes to get into suit because I know what I'm up against and I know I can't escape from it. Whereas my suit is an oven, your suit has got beautiful ventilation.
Yeah.
10 minutes and ran. I literally power walked my entire way to the convention center.
Oh, you literally zoomed.
I zoomed without zooming. Thursday night, it was frigid in the Hall of Death. I thought if they can keep it like this the whole weekend,
That would be great.
That would have been fantastic. And you know what? I had not realized, but from the embassy to the end of the line of that hall, it's about a 15-minute walk. I timed it. It's 15
That's
minutes
not bad.
of walking, which isn't so bad. That very first night in suit, I thought it was a 5-minute walk. I was so hyped. I was so happy to get in suit just to see people. Happy Hoosk looking for faces just to and just being totally derp and whatnot. The walk felt like 5 minutes, and it only dawned on me that it was a lot longer than it was. I just enjoyed walking in the Hall of Death.
I think for you guys, it's a little bit shorter than it would be to walk from registration.
What do you mean?
Registration walk is longer.
Registration. I am lost.
To walk from the Rosemont to MFF, or to walk from your hotel to MFF, because they kind of meet and then go.
Are you talking about the convention center across the street?
Yes.
That's in the middle of the way. That is still like we still have to walk an extra 7 minutes beyond at that point.
Oh, really?
Because there's a fork in the road.
Yeah.
At the dealer's den, that's about you're still looking at about 12 minutes max.
Okay.
And there's still another like 5-6 minutes of walking past that. So we're farther away than anyone else when it comes to the embassy versus people at main hotel. Main hotel people don't have far to walk.
Right.
So I get there. I'm happy. I must have suited for about a good 2 hours because to get everything all situated, packed up, unpacked, put stuff in drawers because, of course, when you room with Briggs, there are certain things that the Briggs do that at first I thought, that doesn't seem like a good
You
use
guys
of
room with
effort.
Briggs?
No.
Oh, I thought you were.
Just the many years of rooming with him, you learn many things from Briggs.
It was just you and.
It was just
right?
It was just a suite, but I started using the dresser drawers at hotel rooms. Another thing to mention. You know what? I laid my stuff in there and it was set to go. I enjoyed that. And then you pack things while you're at the convention without even realizing. You pack all your clothing away while you go through your drawers. So then it was about 8 o'clock or 8:30. We were talking about various things or something like that. Then she's slowly beginning on her way to pass out at around 8:30 or 9 o'clock. It gives me the chance, like, okay, well, I'm gonna get in suit. Got in suit before 9:30, after brushing things down because I brushed my suit and whatnot, and zoomed for a good almost 2.5 hours, which is a good stretch for me. And by the time I got back in the room, tired, was about 12:20. And I don't think I've stayed up any later at the whole con, which from the nature of my job and just, I don't know why, I start to appreciate sleep more.
Yep.
But I rarely stay up past 1. I can stay up past that time. I have the capability to stay up longer. It's just, to me, sleep is a bit more valuable unless I am talking with someone who I haven't seen in a long time. Sleep can screw itself. But I got back in the room by around 12:20, sprayed my stuff down, then got in bed and then woke up.
This is still Thursday, right?
This is still Thursday night.
Okay.
So I literally only met friends, got some pictures taken, at least got to meet Quipper. I got to see Quipper on
Me
Thursday
too.
night.
Yeah. Was he spinning?
He wasn't spinning. He was just hanging about on Thursday. So it was good. It was good to see him. He was the first Illinois I met that I knew for the weekend. So, and it was perfect because I haven't seen him in 2 years. So hung out with a bunch of Wisconsin furs, which actually, there weren't many Wisconsin furs I actually bumped into. I bumped into Ray, Power.
I didn't get to see Ray.
Ray and Power were in suit for a few times, which they got their suits during the pandemic, so they wore their suit for the first time at MFF.
Oh, that's awesome.
There was Scarlet. There was Arco. Let's see. Because I'm going to say this. Of course, there's Briggs. Of course, there's Commander Wolf. There's
I saw Commander Wolf a couple times.
Wolf Attack.
You know who I ran into?
Who?
Downtown walk.
Oh yeah, Chi-Town TV or something.
No, not Chi-Town. There was a guy we were gonna go meet, and he never came down from his apartment to meet us. Shaved head. We don't talk to him.
That guy. I didn't see him.
I did.
Oh really?
I always see him there.
Oh.
Always.
I'm so blind I don't.
I didn't even look for him. I just happened to see him. I was like, oh, it's that guy.
So throughout the whole weekend, there's like 8,900 people that attended this whole weekend, and you know what? I've only met, I'm gonna say a good guess, between 10 to 15 Wisconsin furs throughout the whole weekend, and it was the same ones. Didn't meet anyone else different. Literally bumping into the same ones, which is fine because TJ and Kiva, so that's probably 10, 11 right there. So I probably saw about maybe 12 to 13 Wisconsin furs the whole weekend.
Mm-hmm.
Everyone else was just from local or from outer region or even international. So literally in suit, just zoomed around. Just try to be less awkward because I've realized something on Thursday night while suiting that I've found out is going to be a chore to do for the whole weekend. And you know me pretty well. You know me as a very, very social person.
Mm-hmm.
I'm always a social Hoosk. I'm a butterfly social Hoosk.
Yeah.
I struggled to try to be social the whole weekend. Well, wanting to be social and getting myself out there as best I can. But it felt awkward because all of a sudden it's like, this is the most amount of people I've ever seen in a long time.
Yeah.
I am trying to learn how to be social again. And eventually it got better and such like that. But boy, was it hard. And that's when I realized things have changed so much in 2 years that even my social skills, which I'm social as all heck, and I was having a hard time just trying to get through, just to, not be so awkward, try to be a bit, I'm always friendly, but try to be a bit more socially inviting or, getting to know people and what like that.
Yeah.
So that was tough. So that was the first thing I realized on Thursday night after hanging on the main lobby, the lower lobby, kind of doing a walk around and whatnot, just to kind of like, get the feel of the convention again and such. And it wasn't bad. I had a lot of fun Thursday night.
Mm-hmm.
I just realized people beyond people I normally know, it was being a little bit more difficult to just to be socialized.
Put yourself out there.
So that's something I have to still look into, but it eventually it gets easier throughout the weekend. So now I go to bed Thursday night, wake up Friday, shower.
What time?
So my alarm always got us up at 6, but I'd stay in bed for like another hour just to kind of like relax. And the thing with this year for MFF is it was very chill. There wasn't a lot in terms for programming. So take that as you will. It was just a very chill weekend because they probably had half the programming that they normally do.
Yeah.
Because that schedule was pretty sparse.
Was it?
Well,
I didn't even look at it.
it's not bad. It's just it's not as filled up as it could be.
No.
So I get dressed, and me and the Tigs go do breakfast, which we did breakfast to 2 of the 3 mornings. On Sunday morning, we waited a little bit longer, but that's okay. For the most part, we made sure we used our breakfast vouchers, which at the embassy they give you every single morning stay, you get a breakfast voucher, which is fantastic. But unlike other hotels I've been at, the vouchers are meant for free complimentary meal. Past that date, you still pay. The embassy stopped serving food at around 10 o'clock, so that kind of sucked, but that's okay. Then we go to registration, which actually was not so bad. Went to the laptops, typed up my stuff and whatnot. And within about... Actually, no, I got my badges Thursday night. Okay, so a little bit back into Thursday, I did get my badges in the nick of time before registration closed.
Mm-hmm.
And with Thursday being a little bit more busy, they were able to get a hold of every single one of them. So we must have been in line for about a good 40 minutes. The line went pretty quick.
What do you mean they got a hold of everyone?
Meaning by the time that registration ended, everyone who was waiting in line who registered got their badge.
Gotcha.
And then went about their con. So I didn't have to do it Friday morning. So we did a few panels, suited some more. Went to opening ceremonies, went through Dealer's Den just to see who was there. Sadly, Fox Feather and Roman weren't there. It's kind of sad, but I mean, they'll probably be back next year. I just think with the pandemic still ongoing, they probably didn't feel like going, or they probably didn't get a spot. Because I know Dealer's Den can be pretty crowded.
Yeah.
Although they can make it really crowded by compressing everyone together, too. Because they have the space to do that too. So
they do.
There is a lot more space at that hotel or at that convention center that they can do that still.
Yeah.
So Ricky got to suit for the first time at a con, and she's learning the ropes. And I didn't want to seem like I was making this too easy for her, in a sense that. All this is coming together quite easy, putting on suit, getting myself ready and whatnot. And I have to remind her, I've suited for almost 10 years. You have to understand, once you figure out a flow and a process that you like doing, all this comes together pretty quite quickly. She being her very first time suiting at a con, she felt a little bit frustrated at first because, she's never first suited at a con before. I just kind of tell her, hey, things come a bit. How did I put it? It all comes with experience and time. The more that you do something, the more it comes easier to you, and you figure out a plan of action while you do it. It's just the first few times, it's gonna stumble a little bit because you haven't done this before to this degree.
You're talking about just getting suited up.
And just simply getting suited up. Just nothing else. Just trying to get suited up.
Yeah.
But she had fun.
Good.
She definitely had fun with suiting.
How long did she last in suit?
I'd say a good hour, maybe half an hour. because we both went to the back to the room at the same time.
So, okay.
It's just my.
No, we're talking Friday because she was already asleep on Thursday.
Right. And I still got in bodysuit. However, I was wanting to wear a Star Trek uniform that I had for a geek ball many, many years ago. Well, it turned out it was medium-sized, and I'm a large-size Hoosk. On top of an actual Hoosk, which is now extra large, it should have been an extra large suit.
I should have given you my red.
Well, that would have been funny, too. And,
because mine was extra large.
Oh, I didn't think about that.
But yours is Captain.
And I strangled my arms to death. So I ended up taking the shirt off the suit because at that point it just wasn't going to work. But I wore it as a separate shirt while walking about, which a lot of people seem to like, actually. Because, oh, yeah, the classics, man. Because this past year's theme was intergalactic. What is a perfect time to wear a Star Trek uniform than now?
Yeah.
So I decided I wanted to wear. Say, you know what? I am never in theme to a convention much, but I would rather at least like to be in theme for this one.
Briggs does.
Briggs is always in theme.
Briggs always in theme.
He has so much time to plan things out.
Well, he takes the time to do it.
That too. Which he has the time and makes time.
As soon as he finds out the theme, he's looking online for stuff and ordering things.
Which is something I should probably do anyway.
He's a good planner. I'm not.
I would be a good planner if my job wouldn't totally brain fry me every single night, but that's just part of the nature of the job. So we have fun doing that. We get back in the room.
Again, we're talking Friday.
Yeah, we're still on Friday. We did Dragget show. I got really, really warm. Did more sippies, did more zoomies, and
I did see Top Hat.
Oh,
I did see
Alkali.
Alkali. I didn't get a chance to say hi to him.
I got to say a few words to him at Con Horror Stories about the canoe, the bunker, and Stonehouse in DeKalb County. Because we both been at that same place, not at the same time, but we have worked on that same site. So we both have something in common when it comes to that, and it was pretty cool. So that was pretty much that. Did some more suiting around and such. Forgot what I did for the rest of Friday, but so far, so good. I'm having fun. Everything is feeling good. While Thursday night was a jump start to, things to come throughout the weekend, by Friday early afternoon, I remembered why I'm a furry. I remember why I'm a furry. I am reminded how good this community is. It has recharged my batteries that has been flat, like a flat dead battery for the last 2.5 years. Or no, it was not 2.5, but 2 years. You get the idea. And I felt alive. Mm-hmm. The 5-6 months of, this depression that I've been trying to deal with, trying to get myself out. Because normally when I get sad, I kick my ass and I get myself out. And that always works. This time, for the past couple months, I had a hard time shaking that off. I didn't feel any motivation to shake it off. It was just a rough patch that I couldn't get out. Yeah. And nothing didn't seem to really work. By Friday afternoon and by Friday night, I felt so damn good. I knew whatever was going on in my head, which I'm not a depressive person, not really by any stretch, but I get depressed when I'm away from friends, when I'm away from doing the things I enjoy. That's what happened, and I somehow couldn't get myself out of it. But apparently by Friday night, I was doing fantastic. I had fun. Forgot what I was doing. Oh, wait a minute. I got drunk, and then I had edibles, which is never a thing.
Friday night?
Yeah. Because
that's right.
Yeah, because I was...
I ran into you guys.
I was potzed. So, I was real potzed.
You were...
I was zooming.
You were more than zooming. You were falling all over the place.
Yeah. And then I'm reminded why I don't drink at cons anymore. Because the last 2 years, 2018, 2019, I didn't do a single
So
drop
where
of
did these
alcohol
booze come from?
from Shade Wolf. And he gave me a rum and coke out of his car.
Rum and coke.
But hey, it was mixed. At least it wasn't straight rum. I had that, and the Tigs gave me an edible. Then I had some really, really, really weird dreams that night regarding, I don't even know what. It was just funny that the dreams were, like, silly. Yeah, I was totally drunk. Told Briggs that he's the best Briggs that's ever Briggsed.
Mm-hmm. Which is true.
And he's a good friend. So I see, when I'm drunk, I just get really, really appreciative. Because that's when I become, like, I'm always honest. I become even dead honest to say, hey, look, I mean it because I'm genuine about it and drunk at the same time. Then I went to bed. Then I slept incredibly well. I'm not sure if it was the booze or the CBD or the THC. I don't know. Next morning, I got hungover on rum and coke, which normally with beer, you can get hungover with beer, but hard liquor, I don't know if you could, and for some reason I did. So it solved everything with breakfast, but that's Saturday morning. That's a different time. So I'm gonna end it at that for Friday. Go home, slept good, and next morning woke up with dick burn, which I don't remember. I must have been so drunk and high, I must have humped my side of the bed.
You were grinding against the hotel sheets,
and because I couldn't touch myself at all. It was like, oh my God, ow, what, who, how, why? And I was just totally confused why my dick was very much a nub at that point, because I was like totally burning down there.
Yeah. It depends on the con. Alpha, I don't really partake in hotel food.
If it's the restaurant food's okay. But when it comes to like convention food and con suite, it ranges from ordinary snacks to
Doritos,
their own meals.
Doritos and soda, usually, depending on what kind it is.
Right. And the thing that I take advantage of the most, and this is what I take advantage of the most at cons, their breakfast tends to be pretty good. If there's anything at a convention you should take part in, and if you're able to, do it, is breakfast. They have a good selection of food, which actually tends to be pretty good food. Get yourself a warm coffee, get yourself some milk and cereal. They have all kinds of options, French toast, and actually generally pretty good. I've never had a con breakfast that was bad. Never had it. So, and even the First Square Hotel, their restaurant's good all the time.
Yeah, I heard that.
Breakfast, lunch, dinner. That's one hotel where their food is good at any time.
Wait, which kind are we talking about?
First Square.
Oh yeah, First Square is always great food because they do a full-on buffet.
Yeah.
In their little in hotel restaurant. So if you ever come out for First Square, highly recommend. We've eaten there at pretty much
loads
all
of times. Yeah.
I mean, I interrupted Kage's meal to Kage with him.
Really?
Yeah. Remember the year that
that's
the lab coat with me?
That's right. Yeah.
He totally loved it too, which was great.
What did he say?
He just said, because I was telling him how he's young, handsome, and he was like, no, you're. I was like, oh yes, this is the young, handsome Kage here.
He must have liked that.
He loved it.
Oh, wonderful.
Yeah. So that was your Friday.
So that's my Friday, and I'm going to pass off the Saturday morning to you now.
So Saturday morning, I was expecting to be hungover, poppers, a few drinks. I think I probably had about 7 cranberry vodkas.
I'm starting to like vodka again.
With cranberry, it's okay. They had their in-house mixed already. They had like 3 different mixed with vodkas.
It was at least tolerable. It was tasty and tolerable without being almost
Yours?
too.
Yeah, mine.
Blech.
Mine. I couldn't even taste the vodka.
That's actually fantastic.
You would have loved it. I wish you had been there for the party that I crashed. Successfully crashed. The guy
I should
that
go to more parties.
the guy that threw the party was spinning the whole time.
Really?
Like we were talking, and he'd be like, "Hold on, I have to transition this," and he'd go over to his turntables, his digital turntables, and his computer. He had a projector outside of the turntables onto a wall that would react to the music that he was playing if you wanted it to. And then on the computer, you could see what he would be projecting.
Einheit frei, Einheit frei, Einheit frei.
I can't think of the other German song.
Du hast mich. Du hast mich your pants. Du hast mich your pants.
Your pantalones.
Get in your ass.
So they were. It wasn't like crazy hardcore stuff. It was super chill.
It was mellow mix.
Mellow mix, EDM stuff that we listened to. Not retro. It was
Vaporwave.
like vaporwave type stuff.
See, now that yeah.
You would have been smitten. You would have had a really good time. And you probably wouldn't have spilled your popper either, like I did.
I don't know if I probably would have. I don't know. Having a popper, I've never had a popper. I have seen someone give poppers to a frog that he found in his yard. The frog was super chill.
So my experience with poppers is it's a 15-second to 1 minute high, and then it just kind of wears off. It does not last. It's not like
it makes your face a bit numb too.
Briefly. It's not a long-lasting effect.
People use it to bang.
It's very short term.
Yeah, it's a
quick inhale and then feel good
it's
for a while.
It's the easy way to have that one sea salt comic of 14 werewolves. That's how you prepare for that. It's poppers.
It's the only way.
Even the werewolves are taking poppers.
You sniff the popper here, and then you sniff the popper up your butt.
You have a set of lungs in your ass.
So Saturday.
So Saturday, you and I.
I expected to wake up with a hangover. It did not.
Oh, okay.
You did.
Oh, it wasn't bad, but oh my god, it was slow.
I was going to go to breakfast, and I decided, nope. Wait, no, did I? No, I take it back. I did go to breakfast. For the Comfort Inn, we have a little restaurant just across on the other side of the parking lot, which is about a 20-second walk from the front door of the Comfort Inn to Tiffany's, the other side of the parking lot. It's about 20 car lengths away, 20 parked car lengths away. Very close. You're outside for a half a minute, and you're back inside again. To which I had a nice breakfast, and the waitress was so nice. So I ordered a lunch too, which I actually enjoyed here on my day back from break, because I felt guilty just getting the complimentary breakfast. So I spent a little money, which was good. Brought that back to the hotel.
Mm-hmm.
Suited up. What did I do? I think I did pet suit again. No, I did not. I did fursuit with wrestling singlet.
I may have saw that.
If you didn't see me in person, I'm sure you saw a lot of pictures.
I saw you twice in the Hall of Death throughout the weekend, and I saw you once on the floor. So
again, I had to go through the registration entrance area to get to main hotel. I said hi to Tiffany again because she was there working the door. Hall of Death was starting to get warm. It was like every other heater,
Yeah.
or every other third heater would be on. It would off, and then it would be one that would be on. And I was flipping off the heaters as I walked through.
Yeah, it's a cat thing to do.
Hopefully we don't get monetized for that.
Oh, we're not monetized at all, so
Okay.
I wish I could be making money off this.
Yeah. So I suited around for a good 2 or 3 hours with singlet, and then I did this stupid thing, which actually I did lose one other thing, and it's okay because I wasn't happy with the result anyway. I have to go back and remake. So when I desuited, I got into a bathroom stall in the main hotel outside of where old registration used to be.
Okay, yep.
Underneath the stairs and then right around the corner, which is now Fursuit Lounge.
Yep. Yeah.
There's a bathroom right across the hall there. I went in there, desuited, took off the wrestling singlet, put the wrestling singlet on over the Under Armour, put suit back on, put fursuit back on. So I was doing a quick change. Bam. I took off the angry eyes that I usually have on, and I lost an eyelid.
Wait, you lost an eyelid?
I lost one of my eyelids that I made.
Oh, the angry ones?
Yes.
Aw.
But it's okay because I can make it again. I mean, I've made like 2 sets of them. I probably should just make a whole bunch of them for myself.
Spare cat eyelids.
Spare cat eyelids. Because, and before I had desuited, Dark Fox was messing around with me, teasing the crap out of me.
Was this in a room?
No, it was right on public con space. He was trying to play with my nipples. He was.
You were in pet suit or you were?
No, I was in a full suit.
Oh, okay.
But I was wearing a wrestling singlet, so some people it's suggestive. So he was
getting a
he was
handle
enjoying my body a lot. Let's put it that way.
Nice.
Yeah, that's Dark Fox for him.
He's a pretty cool guy.
He is.
I like him.
I like his accent. What is his accent?
I think he's from Australia. No, wait, no. I think he's British. I don't know.
He's British.
Yeah.
He is a Brit.
I know Duke the Dancing Dog is from Australia, and he's got his accent.
Yeah.
Dark Fox is initially from.
He's a Brit.
He's actually British.
He's literally a BBC Fox.
He is.
Yeah, he's a British broadcasting fox. So I desuited, lost my eyelid, found one of them, and I was like, oh boy, oh well. That's the second thing I lost.
Wait, so you lost
tail, but recovered it.
You lost an eyelid, but you found it?
I found one of them.
Oh, so you lost both of them.
I lost one of the eyelids.
You lost one of them, and you found another?
No. I lost. Okay. First, I lost both. Then I found one of them.
Oh, okay.
But not the other.
Okay. All right. That makes a lot of sense.
It's probably on my suit somewhere or inside my suit. I don't know.
It could have been.
Doesn't matter because I want to remake them. I wasn't happy with the way that the fit anyway. I cut it too small. So I resuited again. Quick change from angry wrestling cat to happy, friendly, people love, floofy kitty love.
Aww.
Yes.
You put on your kitten face.
I did put on my kitten face, and it was okay. I like my angry eyes. The only problem with the angry eyes, my visibility
is reduced.
Is drastically, depending on how angry I am.
Oh, really?
Yes. I go from partially blind to almost completely blind.
With being angry cat.
Yeah, and people kept cutting me off too. Like if you're here, if you're me and you're walking, they literally like cut this close in front of you.
Oh, see, no, that's rude. That's actually rude.
But finally, I was just like, just everybody just go ahead, because I can't see. Luckily, I didn't see any kids.
I didn't see a
I
single.
think I saw one younger suitor.
Yeah,
One.
I didn't see any used at this.
I didn't see
convention.
any kids on leashes, which I was almost disappointed by.
With a frog backpack.
Yeah, I love the kids on leash. That's always a fun.
Yeah.
It just looks funny to me. I don't judge the parent because they don't want to lose their kid. Obviously, I get that. But it just looks funny. There was a whole big Twitter storm about that for a while.
Oh, about bringing kids to cons?
Not just the parent with the kid on the leash. Like literally.
I find it funny.
That exact subject was just like a huge storm for a while.
But yet, people with leashes are in their hotel rooms.
Yeah. But that's
choking their mates while they are balls deep in them.
Yep.
So
I suited for a while. Then I switched. I went back to the hotel, switched back to pet suit. This time I wore the red mesh singlet that I got from oh, for fuck's sake. No names, Joe. No names. I know these people.
I know you.
Oh my god. It's on. It's gonna be on this. Zell. Saber Zell. This guy. Oh.
That is a very sexy tiger. Oh my god.
I'll retweet it on my AD.
He has pulled down his shorts and his underwear to do that. And he has got an entire ball on one hand.
Yep.
And
so Zell, you probably know the guy. He's the one that's been trying to work out, and he wants his pecs to hold the pocky stick.
oh, between his pecs.
Yes.
There we go.
He's literally working. He's close too. Look at his pecs now. They're very close to pocky. Like I'm sure he could probably fit 2 or 3 pocky in there.
That's impressive. That is a lot of pocky.
So I bought this mesh singlet from him, and I bought the other pup mask from him, and the harness that I have is from Zell.
Oh, that's cool.
So I wore the harness. I wore the mesh singlet, but I didn't pull it up over because it looked better down. And what else? Oh, then I didn't wear shoes with this one. I went all in because I wanted the husky toes to show.
Aw.
And his red mask instead of the usual white and black one that I have for pup hood.
Aw.
So it was all coordinated, red, black, and white, which are also gang colors. And scared a lot of people away.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah.
In what way?
I don't know. I just got the vibe that people were they were apprehensive about approaching me. Some were not. I had a few come right up to me. But I mean, I was very vocal. You should have heard me. As much as you were struggling, I swear to God, Dustin, like every fursuiter that was coming up, I was like, hey, cute suit, I love your suit. And they were like, I like your suit.
I've been doing that the whole weekend. That's the only way I was able to break conversation.
Every single person.
You're cute. And like, no, you. I'm like, no, you are. So I did one of those back and forth.
Every single person I went past was like, you're cute, you're cute, you're cute, 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 cute.
Or like I would give people high fives and whatnot.
Yeah.
And then get the random one person who was like, who the hell are you? It's like,
yeah.
You're not going to high five a Hoosk?
So why would you not? Hoosk?
A Hoosk is cute.
Why would you not high five a hot spandexy Hoosk? I mean,
yeah.
Come on. So, and then I got the attention of someone who wanted me to come back with, no, I was forced to ask his boyfriend if I could come back to the hotel with them because he has the Miles Spidey suit, which is the white, mainly white body with the black and red stripes. It's a really nice looking suit. I'll show you. I want it. I've been wanting this suit for a while. This suit. It's very cool looking.
Oh, okay. It's different.
It's a less classic Spidey suit. I'm going to show it, but without crotch. Look. There. Yeah. I'm going to get that suit next.
Aww.
I'm also going to get a pet suit of my persona, so when I desuit, I can still be Sourpuss.
Sourpuss.
So we went back to the hotel. He put on the Spidey suit. We played around for a little bit, mainly just rubbing and teasing.
And who is this with?
Just some guys that I met.
Oh.
And it's so funny too, like the boyfriend was, everybody was there. We were talking about bros. Everybody's like, bro.
You bra, bro?
You bra, bro.
You bra, bro?
We talked about my friend Matthew Rossman because Matthew Rossman has the cutoff, what do you call it? The sweatshirt that stops here.
Oh, yeah.
The crop.
The crop sweatshirt?
The crop sweatshirt. They're like, your friend is not straight. And I'm like, let me show you. But let me tell you why. I showed them every picture I have of Matthew that he's sent to me. And they're like, yeah, your friend is not straight. He's not straight.
No.
He's been struggling to maintain a relationship with every woman that he's met. I'm like, you need to come to a furry convention with me.
You're going to get laid real fast.
Yes. Guaranteed. So then we went back to the hotel. They were in Pets. They went to the dance. I declined because I wanted to be social pupper more.
Honestly, you've been to one dance. You pretty much have gone to all of them.
I mean, I saw what was going on there, and I was like, you know what? First of all, it's a rave, and I'm not big into raves. I never have been. It's just not my thing.
I would not mind listening, but at that point...
Even listening, I'm just not into rave music.
Well, if it's my kind of music, yes. But most music isn't my music at these times.
Unfortunately, most of it's trap.
And house.
And rave.
And it's still wub-wub.
And very much the wub-wub. I can deal with maybe an hour of it, and I'm like, I'm done.
I mean, I was in
I can sweat just standing there. Why would I want to jump around and dance around and cut my suiting time short because I had to wub-wub?
I mean, your suit breathes incredibly well, so you'd have a longer time than I would.
Yeah.
I was in there for 12 minutes trying to find a friend who I was trying to get a fursuit photo with.
Yeah.
Which I knew he was going to be there, but I'm blind in suit and everything is dark, so you can't see anything. So within about 12 minutes, like, you know what? No, this is not a good way to do this. So I am just going to
It's never easy to find anybody in there.
No. That's why I'm better off just doing what I normally do and avoid the raves. I
declined the rave, and I socialed for a while. Met Deadpool. That was awesome. He was vibing. I was vibing with him. And I kept saying hi to people I didn't know, which was, I'm not going to say super rare for me, but it felt good to just come up to people. One of my favorite things to do in fursuit, when somebody's on their phone, is to just start like interrupting them. Because my whole theory is, you're at a con. Unless you're
on your phone anyway.
Unless you're trying to meet up with somebody that is there, like, get off your phone.
There is a lot of people that were on their phone that whole weekend.
Yeah. The funny thing that I did find, though, most of the people that I interrupted, while they were not mad at me, nobody was angry,
Right.
but they were all like, "Oh, how cute." But none of them were like, "Oh, hey, can I get a photo with you?" Not one of those people
Did that.
that I interrupted on their phone stopped just enough to just, "Oh, let me take a selfie with you."
Yeah.
Not
Ready
one of them.
FurCon.
Not one of them did that.
Oh, that's sad.
It's funny. I didn't even think about that till now. But literally every single person, there's maybe like a handful, 10, 15 people that I interrupted on their phones. Not one of them. Maybe one or two. The one thing I will say that I found interesting, about 4 or 5 people said they knew me, and I didn't, unfortunately, know who they were.
That's pretty cool.
I feel bad.
Probably from your AD account, because like some of those are pups that don't have a first.
No, most were not. Most were either locals that I just don't know well enough because I haven't been going to meets long enough, and I'm not great with remembering names. And if you're in suit, I'm definitely not going to remember you. There's only 2 people I remember in suit: Danny the Blue and fuck Kevin.
Oh yeah.
Those are the only 2 suitors that I.
Fuck Kevin recorded someone fucking in our hotel room, which, yeah, you should always draw your blinds just to create some privacy. But it is against Illinois state law to be recording someone having sex in a hotel room. That was not a smart move on his part.
And Kev Husky, the white and green Husky.
Yeah, they're
He's another one that I see. I always get those 2 mixed up, though. But I think
the blue Huskies are just...
Yeah.
Oh, they're all confusing to me because it's like, oh, it's another blue and white Husky. Why
Danny Blue is easy to pick out of the crowd because he's Mr. Wow. It's literally wow. 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 Yeah. So went back to the hotel after being in pet suit and being petted. I checked the party room, but there was nobody in there. I did message because I connected with them on Telegram, and they said they might be back later, but we missed each other. No big deal.
Yeah, such things happen at a convention.
Then I notched. I went back to the room, notched on a few things, and went to bed. And that was I went to bed earlier. I think I went to bed at like midnight because I know I had to be up earlier for the next day to go home. And I have to pee real quick. But that was my Saturday. A little less successful than Friday, but still a good time, you know?
Right.
A good time, and I'll probably remember something else that happened I just can't think of. I did a lot of inside and outside the front doors of MFF Hotel on Saturday.
Yeah, because like once you go through the hotel or the Hall of Death, after you make a 15-minute walk,
you got to cool off a little bit.
And the embassy is as far as you can go in the Hall of Death.
Yep.
And the DoubleTree, you have to go into the parking lot anyway. So
you have to go like down the elevator and back in an elevator or something.
In a sense, yeah. The DoubleTree is interconnected with the parking lot, which also shares that same entrance with the Sky Bridge. But 15 minutes of walking in the Hall of Death, and you're immediately going outside the front doors because that's the only way you cool off is to cool off in front of the whole hotel. So anyway, are you still thinking about what you did on Saturday?
What's that?
Are you still thinking about what you were?
No, you can move on to your Saturday.
Okay. So there I am, waking up, realizing, oh, I'm slightly hungover. Not one of my worst hungover moments, but, top 50, but not top 10. So far, doing all right. Backstory, I don't normally drink at cons anymore because I've realized, it's hard to fursuit. Because when you fursuit, you're sweating your face. and you're sweating your body. That is called perspiration. You are removing the liquids out of your body to keep yourself cool. Because your body thinks you're in the desert and must keep you cool. But no, you are trapped in a very fluffy husky suit. But your body is thinking, Mojave Desert. All right. When you drink in suit, you're dehydrating yourself immediately. Dehydration from alcohol, dehydration from being in suit, and you get a recipe for disaster, which, you don't suit as much, and, it's not fun. But wake up, again, get washed up, get cleaned up for the morning. We go down to the embassy suites. Whichever single room in the embassy suites is a suite. It's a two-person, one bed suite, which actually is pretty nice. I've never stayed in a suite before. We had breakfast. Things tend to spark a little bit of life in me after last night. After being quite, high and buzzed.
Do you remember how much you stumbled around? You were obviously feeling really good.
Oh, dude, that was fucked up.
Because
I was totally fucked up.
I thought you could barely stand.
I could stand until I started walking, and then it's like, okay, I need to hang on to something. Yeah, I was really, really fucked up.
You were feeling it.
Oh, it was a good time.
You were definitely feeling it.
Oh, yeah, it was floating. So, and after that, I didn't drink after that. Thursday and Friday night was the only time I drank at the con. Maybe Saturday night, I maybe had one more shot of my small little liquor bottles, those like little tiny plastic ones that you buy at the store. So that's what I ended up buying anyway. And I probably maybe finished off one Saturday, and that was kind of it. So at that point, alcohol booze was kind of like the end of it. Well, except for one time. So there I am having breakfast, having some coffee and whatnot, trying to survive. And I did pretty good. Then Ricky wanted to was planning on staging up, getting into fursuit to do a impromptu wrestling furs meetup in one of the hotel rooms. I believe it was in the embassy. And I think maybe like 12 or 15 furs, a pretty good showing. Showed up, got some pictures taken and whatnot. I don't know where I went. Because wrestling is not my thing. I think it's cool, but it's not my thing. I think I ended up doing something else during that time. I think I went to a panel. I went to a few panels. Normally, I'm panel heavy at conventions because I enjoy going to panels. I enjoy seeing friends. I enjoy fursuiting, but I also enjoy going to panels. Most people are different. Most people just rather hang out with people. Some would rather be in suit the entire time, or some would just rather go to panels entirely. Me, I like a mixture of the three things. There we go. I can count. And, just doing bits and pieces here or there. So the entire day I was just doing my own thing. It was kind of nice. Just kind of do your own thing and whatnot. Doing a few panels back to back and whatnot, or not doing, but, attending a few panels and such like that. And hung out with one of my good reenactor friends, Jin. It's like, oh, wait a minute. I saw him walking down the Hall of Death. I'm like, wait a minute, that's Jin. I didn't realize he was going to be here this weekend. So he says, hey, I noticed you were in the Hall of Death. We should meet up. We should hang out because, the last time we met was First Square 2020. And, had some good conversations and whatnot. He does, Soviet World War II and such. We might be trying to do a World War I French unit at some point. So we'll be in a unit together, and we're just gonna be like, or like through like a gas mask, just being stupid and whatnot. But it was fun to chat with him for a while. I was planning on going to a panel, but you know what? Hey, if it's someone I haven't seen in a while and I enjoy their presence.
Was that a French thing?
Oh yeah. 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 Through a gas mask. Oh, I am so sweaty. So, we must have chatted for about a good, 2 or 3 hours and whatnot. Went to his room in the Hilton, which is along the Bridge of Death, but you're making that final right turn before you get to the embassy. And where I, stayed there for about a good hour. We had some pizza and whatnot, chatting on stuff. And it felt really good. It was nice to meet not just another furry, but just another reenactor too. It was just kind of cool. And they were going to the rave. I thought, hey, I'm gonna get in suit, and they say, hey, you know what? If you stop by the rave and you find us, because they're going in suit too, they would love to take a picture with me, because I was out of suit then, and said sure. 12 minutes later of searching in a rave of absolute darkness and a bunch of confusing light, and to a blind Hoosk does not know where the hell he's going. And after a while, it's like, you know what? It's just hopeless. I don't know who is going to be here. Now without perfect vision, even with perfect vision.
We're not in suit for that.
I was in suit trying to find people.
You were in suit.
And it was warm. Oh my God. They need better ventilation just to pump the hot air out of that room into the hallway to make everyone else warm, because it was warm in there. And after a while, it's like, nah, you know what? No, it's not worth it. I'll see him another time. So I went out and, did my own thing for a bit. Saturday was actually pretty chill. Not much of note has happened, unless I'm forgetting. It was pretty chill. Went to a few panels and this and that. I think Convention Horror Stories was on Saturday, so I went to that. Talked with Alkali for a short bit about Stonehouse Park, which we both did work at. But that was on... No, that was Sunday. Never mind. Saturday was actually pretty chill. I actually enjoyed it, and it reminded me how much I enjoyed the fandom. About, seeing friends that you haven't seen for a while, and also making new ones, too.
Yeah.
So it was just a lot of fun that just felt kind of nice.
Yep.
Star Trek reenactment. All the red shirts are dead.
No.
I'll be right back. But as far as I know, Saturday was pretty chill, and nothing of real note has happened. Yeah. So I'm gonna use the restroom, and I'll let you.
Oh no, you're gonna what do you call it?
What?
Break the seal.
What seal is that?
Was you break the seal? You keep being.
Yeah, unfortunately, I have to do that.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna have you talk about Sunday for a short bit.
Actually, I'm gonna go into that in a bit.
All right, and you're more than welcome to do that.
So, what else did I do? Pet suiting. And that's something I want to do more of, is just getting in pet suit. And I'm sure you've seen my posts, Alpha. I think you follow. Do you follow my AD? I don't know if you do or not. But I'm going to be sharing pet suit posts on my main and my AD. Awesome. Yeah, I actually love pet suiting more than I love Spidey suiting. I think I need to get a new Spidey suit because I just am not happy with the zip on the Spidey suit. It just, I don't know, it's a U shape where it starts at the base of the waist and then it goes up the side of the body. It zips up here, it zips up here. And maybe it's just because it's too tight. I don't know. I either need to drop some LBSs or get a better suit because it just doesn't fit well. The screen is dirty. Oh, the Hoosk. Yeah, it's just, I don't know. People say it looks okay, but I don't like the fit of it. I feel like it should look better. And I see other people wearing the same suit, and it looks different on them than it does on me. I could be suffering from body dysmorphia as well, but I just feel like it could look better because the pet suit is less stretchy than the Spidey suit, but it seems to fit better. I don't know. And I feel like I look better in it than I do in the Spidey suit. Again, I think it could be partially body dysmorphia. But I'm aware of it, and I'm doing things to make myself healthier so that it will fit better. Something I want to bring up to you. I've got notes here. MFF furries, furry names and Sona name. So I found myself in the middle of different conversations. Yeah, thanks. See, I feel the same way. So I kept finding myself in the middle of conversations, and one thing that came up that I don't really get is this girl said she was basically trying to get connected with somebody through either Twitter or probably Telegram. And she was telling them her furry name. And then she said, but that's not my Sona name.
What?
Her furry name and her persona name
are two different things.
names.
That's a different concept right there.
Yeah. And I'm just like,
I can understand that.
If you have multiple
personas and people have known you for so long that they kept calling you one name because it was the one thing that...
Right. So, but
that's an odd way of...
Yeah.
That's an odd reality right there.
It is. That's the thing of it. It is another reality in the fandom.
You have a furry name and a persona name, and a lot of people use their persona name as the furry name.
Right.
So like, I
people know me as Kurdan Sourpuss, or just Kurdan, or Sourpuss, or Cat, or Kitty. I respond to all of those. Or Spidey Cat. Or Pup Cat. Sour Hoosk. I will respond.
That's an interesting concept.
Yeah.
I didn't think about before that I knew always was there because one of my acquaintances that I've known for quite a long time, that I still call him Pan. Some people call him by his real name. Some call him by his current persona name.
Yeah.
I've just known him always as Pan. And I'm just going to say Pan. I mean, if I've known you more as one name and less of another, I'd rather just call you by the name that I've known you for so long.
Right.
That goes for a lot of people.
That makes sense.
So.
I mean, it makes sense. I mean,
yeah.
It does. It just sounded odd to me as an outsider hearing that, because that was the immediate reaction. I was like, what? But then, again, when you put it in that context, it makes more sense.
Or think of this, that they're furries now calling each other by their real names, which we all have real names.
We do.
But people can call me Dustin.
I don't care if people call me by my real name either. A lot of people know me by my real name. So if you
in the furry fandom?
Yeah.
See, I understand with some really close friends. That's one thing.
I don't care.
But to just in general, it's like, oh boy, I don't even know where... I don't even know who you are, but how you know my actual name is confusing.
Yeah.
And I don't know that.
That doesn't bother me. People can call me Joe. I don't care. It just doesn't bother me.
To me, it's just, I don't know, maybe I'm a bit old school in that thought.
Sure.
That real names do apply to some situations, or if you got good friends that you're really close to, you use your real name. That's understandable. But normally in furry context environments, the furry name can be used, and then outside of that, oh, hey, you want to go to Denny's, and then you revert to a real name basis, that's okay. Yeah. But in a furry environmental context, it is strange for me to hear people's real names. It's like, I mean, it's cool, but
it take a second to like.
It's like, oh, wait a minute. Oh.
Yeah,
okay.
And again, when you bring up Denny's, again,
it's more or less formal.
I don't care what you call me, just don't call me late for dinner.
Right. Or don't call me lazy.
Don't call me lazy. Yeah, that's it. Sunday for me was pretty minimal because I had to leave early. Checkout time, which I thought was 3:00, the hotel, turns out it was 11,
That's so odd.
which I was a little disappointed with. But I wasn't going to pay for another night if I'm not staying there.
Right.
I probably, thinking back now, I probably could have or should have.
You just take Monday off.
No, I would have just come home later in the evening, 9, 10 o'clock, because Uber runs, all day. So I could have gotten a ride at 7, 8. The point is, I knew that I had to work Monday morning, so I'm not going to stay out super
Right.
late.
It was the same deal with me, where I left around 9 o'clock. About.
Yeah.
Actually, it was about 9:30 when I finally left. I now wanted to leave at 8, and it took me about 90 minutes.
When I got up Monday morning, I didn't think you were even here yet.
I was definitely here. It was just.
I saw once I saw the car, because I know we didn't see each other. But I was like super quiet just in case.
I mean, like, you would have seen the fursuit bins that are upstairs, which I still got to take care of.
Yeah.
Which I probably should just, spray and.
But I did suit on Sunday. I think I got up
Pretty early.
by like 7. Got over to the main hotel by about 8:30,
Mm-hmm.
9 o'clock. And again, I talked to a lot of different people. I was friendly to people. At 9:30, 10 o'clock in the morning, that hotel is so empty.
Oh, yeah.
I thought, wow, people have left already. Most people hadn't gotten up yet from the night before.
Oh, yeah. Everyone's party. It's a total party con, like most bigger conventions have been. Even Thursday, even Friday morning, there was not a lot of buzz. And then I had to remind myself, there's still people showing up for Friday night.
Right.
And even still, because the last time we went was 2019, there was close to 12,000 people. There's only 4,000 less people than the previous year.
Yep.
Which, in a grander scale of things, 4,000 doesn't seem much, but in terms of seeing them on the floor, there's a total difference. 2015. That was a big year because so many people were on the floor.
Yeah.
And it was still 5,800 people. And you know what? There was a shit ton of people. We had to go through a sea of people no matter where you went.
Yes.
We got lost for 2 hours and literally going around the whole hotel oppositely from each other.
Yep.
This past year didn't seem to be that kind of issue.
No.
It's just people are doing their own thing. They're hanging out in their rooms. They're doing panels. They're doing the raves or something like that.
I did do a lot of standing in place and just letting people come to me.
It's easier to actually
Easier.
do
I saw more people that way than I did if I moved around.
Yep.
Rewinding back to Thursday when I was in pet suit. Dark Fox took me into the bathroom.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Was he going to do the deed?
No.
Oh.
He just wanted to get frisky briefly.
Oh.
Yeah.
He's a horny individual then.
He is very horny. Yep.
It's from that horny Ohio husk fields.
Yeah.
You just see nothing but corn. You get bored, and it's like, I just want to do things.
I just want to hump that corn.
Oh, I just want to sit on
I
it.
want to sit on this corn.
There is actual corn cob dildos out there.
Yes, there is.
There are.
But yeah, so I suited on Sunday.
Yes, Alpha.
Yes.
Hot.
Hot.
Very, very hot.
Hot corn.
Hot corn. And it's all buttered up with lube. I'll never look at corn. Actually, no, I'll still eat corn.
Oh, butter with butter. Butter can be lubey.
Your anus is going to be so buttered.
Anyway. Yeah, my ass is going to smell like popcorn. Do you want to go see a movie? I smell popcorn.
That's That's amazing.
I've got some popcorn. Give me a minute.
Oh, wait, the box is coming out soon. Oh my God.
One kernel at a time.
One kernel at a time. It pops immediately as soon as it leaves the anus and still smells like popcorn. But,
so Sunday, suited.
Mm-hmm. Yes.
Yeah.
Okay.
So Sunday suited. Not a lot of people.
Yeah, there wasn't many people on Sunday.
But I still was able to talk to people and met a few people. One person I thought I recognized, but it wasn't him. It wasn't Nick that I'd met at Indy FurCon from Michigan. It was somebody else from Wisconsin, actually.
Who was that?
Some kid. I don't even remember.
Yeah.
I just thought I recognized him. And he kept going on about being a ride for people. Every time he wanted to do something, watch the dance competition, he had to do a food run. So he missed like most of the dance competition.
Wait a minute, he's working during the convention?
No, he was just literally doing food runs for people. Like, I'm hungry, let's go get some food. And of course, he was the one that drove. So it was his car. So he would have to drive people.
At that point, I'd be ordering
right.
Pizza Hut or Domino's and just call it simple.
Yeah.
Because
we had to go to McDonald's down the street or something.
Oh, no. I don't drive away from conventions. Once I'm there, I stay there.
Yeah.
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 There's no point in not enjoying the convention.
Yeah.
You're better off ordering food ahead of time to then wait up for it when it finally shows up.
The one thing I wish that I had done, I wish I had did a little more research to my hotel room. They had a microwave. I could have brought food.
Really?
Yes.
Oh, that's incredible. Not many hotels come with microwaves these days.
Did yours have one?
No. Even a suite, it didn't come with one.
Yeah, they had microwaves.
You know what?
They had an endless possibility of food.
You know what? I mean, it's more weight, but you probably could bring a microwave to conventions. Because it's all going to plug in the same way unless it's 220 volt. Yeah, it couldn't be. And I'm sure it's got to be a simple plug that you just, like 120, because you could put that anywhere.
Did you see the post about the outlet hard mode? There was like 2 plugs up here and then 2 plugs way down here.
No.
They literally this far apart. And instead of being just being 2 plugs here, it was 1 plug here and 1 plug here. Outlet hard mode. So the rest of my Sunday was just spent talking to people. Sorry, microphone noise. I saw TJ, said hi to him briefly. He was on his way out. He had to leave the con early for family reasons. But it was good to see him too. I wish I had seen him earlier.
Right. I only saw him once, and that was on Thursday night. I ran into Kiva more often than I saw anyone else, but it wasn't bad.
And then once I realized that my checkout time was 11, I had to adjust everything. I had to fix my ride because I had a ride coming at like 3:30 because I thought checkout time was 3.
Right.
So I had to fix my ride. Then I did one dumb thing when I checked out of the hotel. I checked out, turned in my key card. All my stuff was still in the fucking room. It was all packed. It was all packed and ready to go.
Oh.
But I locked myself out of my room.
Oh, so you had to get a hotel to...
So I went back, I grabbed the key card again, got back in. Because we just drop it into a little box.
That's why you don't do
that. I don't know what I was thinking.
They don't charge you for it. I keep all my room keys for that same reason. Even if I'm never going to be at that hotel again, or by next year, and I'll never use the key again, I like collecting them.
Yeah. But yeah, so I went back in, got the stuff. I just don't know what I was thinking. I was like, I'm gonna go check out. I have all my stuff packed. Seemed like a good. I just did things in the wrong order.
Right.
And then
But,
it was just a matter of waiting to get my ride. And then my ride, I told you about that, but I'll recap it here.
Right.
The guy didn't know where to get into the parking lot. He was parked on the street at the side of the hotel instead of the entrance here.
Normally, when you go to a place of business, you'd want to find the front door.
Right. I'm not going to hang out of the side door of a hotel.
If you say Suites Hotel, blah, 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 at this address, you would assume front entrance.
Right. So I don't know what the guy was thinking.
I don't think he picked up many people at hotels.
I guess. I don't know. He had over like 12 or 15,000 rides under his belt for the last 3 years.
Is it a stat?
Yeah.
That's pretty cool.
Yeah. And
I would only do Uber. I would only buy a minivan because that'd be the ultimate way of getting around and transporting people. So you have bigger groups, which might pay you more.
Yeah.
If I wanted to do like, not to derail the subject, but
no. That's fine.
But with my old job, I thought I hate this job enough. I'd want to quit it to just buy.
Here's the thing. With Uber, you don't have to use your car.
Oh, that's right.
You can use a rental car. You can use a lease.
Right. Well,
and there's 3 sizes of car: compact, bigger with more leg room, which would be like mine, like a sedan, or a deluxe, which could be a minivan.
Right.
Or an SUV.
Frankly, the minivan is the most fuel-efficient means of transporting a lot of people.
And you, most of the time, will get a 15 to 25% or custom tip. I tip good.
I mean, you kind of
I tip these guys like $50, $60.
Because a lot of these guys probably don't get any tips at all.
Yeah. So the guy on the way there, he was excellent. The guy on the way back, he took a really weird roundabout way to get to the highway. Is it 94? 294?
Something like
that. That Great America's on?
Wait, you mean Gurney Mills?
Yeah.
That's I-94, which then goes to 294.
Right. I don't know where he was going, but he took me through these nice neighborhoods. I saw parts of the area that I've never seen before in Des Plaines, or as we call it in Illinois,
Des Plaines. Yeah.
I did say it right the first time, though.
Des Plaines. Yeah, because that's French, and it annoys me, but no one knows.
Let's go to Des Plaines.
Des Plaines.
My friend lives in Des Plaines. I've been to Des Plaines one time. So American. So freaking American. But once we got on the highway, that's when this guy's driving really shined. He used cruise control.
Oh.
And I don't know if it was him or if it was just the car, but he kept pumping the gas. So we were literally, vroom, vroom, vroom.
See, that get pretty annoying pretty fast.
Not just annoying.
It was making you sick.
Ill. Motion sickness. I do not. Yes, I am forgetful. What am I forgetful about? I forgot already.
You almost locked yourself out of your room.
Yes. Forgetful. See, I just forgot again. Very forgetful. Yeah, so this guy almost got me sick a couple times. I did fall asleep for most of the drive. And so I don't know if you kept doing it. All the times that I was awake. Oh, the other thing he did was he asked me about an exit. I'm like, I don't know. You're the driver. Sure.
Just say national.
I said
for national.
No, he was switching highways. The last highway to get to us.
That's 894. That's still the same loop.
Well,
that's going from I-94 northbound, going on to the 894.
He got off early, and then had to get back on the 894. And he asked me, "Is this the right one?" I'm like, I don't know. I've never been through this.
This is why you buy a nice quality Garmin GPS.
Yes.
It will never stray you.
Yeah.
I've been using one since 2009, and you know what?
Most of the
Never got
guys that I've ridden with in Uber do not use the Uber.
maps because it's probably not as accurate.
It's not. It's awful.
And not as updated either.
And I found out that from people in Texas when I was down in Texas. And that was my Sunday. Came back here, and have gone. So happy. I'm so glad that I went. So glad that I took an extra day. And I found
Were you
out
off Monday? Or did
no,
you?
I worked on Monday, so I had to go to work the next morning. I found out that they declined my request off for Saturday. Why?
That's so petty.
Why did they deny my request off, even though I had 16 hours of paid time off?
That's so silly.
Naisha only did it because she could.
That's so silly.
And because I did it after the schedule was generated already. So that apparently means I can't take that time off.
So silly.
I'm like,
That's so silly.
You bitch. I'm taking this time off. I don't care. She only did it to push her weight around. I'm a manager. I can do this. Cool. Good for you. Doesn't matter because I was already gone anyway, whether she declined it or not. And Bob, my supervisor, erased the whatever they call it, demerit or whatever, for missing a day of work.
Oh, so he took that off your record.
Yeah.
Right, because you
So I
probably
still
needed
have
it
16 hours paid time off.
until the end of the year.
It rolls over.
Oh, that's actually nice.
So I can start earning on top of that again.
Do
So,
that for squared.
Oh, I will. And if I don't, I just won't show up. I don't care. They won't fire me because I'm way too good of an employee.
You're one of their few good employees at
If
that.
they do let go of me, they need to get their priorities straight because I'm the reason that department looks so good.
It's because you're the only ones left. They're not hiring anymore.
Yeah. Oh, they hired somebody. They actually just hired somebody, but Bob took him in meats. We don't have him in produce.
So, with that being your Sunday,
That was my Sunday at the end.
I'm
Yay,
going to
MFF.
talk about.
I will say one thing. Sorry.
We'll talk about the smelly furs, and we'll talk about fursuits after.
I just want to cut to pretty much every day when I came back to the hotel, whether I was just switching suits or whatever, I would try to, in real time, post all the selfies that I've been taking over the course of the day, tag people when I remember them, and just say, this cute suitor here and that suitor there. When I would hashtag MFF or MFF 2021 or FurFest or FurFest 2021, and I would also at FurFest, so they would get it as well. Whenever I would do FurFest, I don't know why, for whatever reason, most of the times I was tweeting, I was in some form of spandex, either in pet suit, and it would either come out as FearFest, which was FYR.
That's something entirely different.
Which is something entirely different. But it is a hashtag that exists, FearFest, which sounds like a beer garden to me. Have you been to FearFest? Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah, FearFest. It's so good. Or I would hashtag Durfest, DURFEST.
I mean, some furries,
Which I should have just started going with that, Durfest.
Durfest.
Durfest. And the end. Sorry. Go ahead. Your Sunday.
Okay, so my Sunday. Woke up a bit, not later, but took a longer shower because you know what? It's nice to shower. Just something to feel warm with and such. Got down, realized breakfast was over, so we just ate some donuts, the smaller donuts, and that was okay. Suited around. Did some paneling here and there. Bumped into a bunch of people, which, again, if I bumped into this past weekend, missed you a lot, and I'm glad to have said a few words, because past 2 years suck. Kind of glad to see familiar faces and hope to see you more. Gone to convention horror stories. That was a lot of fun. Just to laugh. Just to simply laugh. A simple bout of laughter is just enough to kind of like get you in the good mood to, finish the rest of the con. Which is probably why they put it on Sundays, to carry on that good mood into the next con. Which I'm hoping there'll be more in the upcoming year. Just, we got to take care of this pandemic, but the problem is we need to take care of coming back to ordinary life again, because we certainly can't keep this going on for very longer.
No. So
I suited for a bit. I decided to wait for suiting until the very last moment of suiting. Well, first of all, in the morning, we missed out on breakfast. We went to the Starbucks in the convention center, not near the hotel, but the one near the convention center, got some coffee and whatnot. But I ordered 2 or 3 breakfast sausage thingamajigs, which they didn't give them to me, and they were so busy and eyeballs up to their ass in orders that they totally ignored me. It's like, okay, you know what? I'm pissed. I paid for really, really outrageously expensive Starbucks food, which is only good if you can actually get it. But if you can't even get your own food, okay, now you just pissed me off.
Yep.
So I just took their coffee and ran. To which then I think we went to the dealer's den. Looked around, I got a few things. Saw SMJ dealing with his new, well, not really new anymore. Actually, no, it is somewhat new in the past year. Like Henstazy, it's like ecstasy, but with lichen.
Lycanthrope?
Mix lichen and ecstasy in the same sentence, and you get you get his adult toy company name.
Okay.
And it was just good to see him. It's been so long. He's looking fantastic. I'm so happy of him. 5 pounds of boobs just gone. It's just like, that is a chunk of a cat. Holy cow, those are human legs. That is a chunk of a cat.
That's Zal. That's Bruce.
That is a chunk of a cat. That is a long cat.
It's a very long cat.
That is a very long cat. Those are human legs. That is a long cat. Okay. So, I did a few panels here and there and whatnot, and just kind of like looked around to see who else was there and this and that. And Xander the oh, damn it, I'm bad now. Zanny the Blue. Oh, it's a little tiny swirl. It's just absolutely gymnastic pose. Oh, that's cute. Zanny the Blue said, "Hey, would love to hang out with you. Hit me up." I've known Zanny for 7 years. Same with Alkali. I've only known him for 7 years. Compared to a lot of my older friends,
Yeah.
I've known my other friends a lot longer than them. But you know what? They're great people. And for the longest time, I would have loved to hang out with either one of them for any given amount of time. And you know what? This past convention, I was finally able to hang out with Zanny for almost 2 hours.
That's nice.
In one of the MFF staff rooms, who does the AV lighting and secondary events,
You know what?
Thorax, we followed each other. I don't know if you're watching this. I think his name is Thorax. Phalanx? He's from Michigan. He's also a nice guy, too. It was fun to hang out with Zanny, just one-on-one with Ricky and Thorlax. I'm just butchering the name. I'm so sorry, pal. It's been a little while. I'll just have to go back to my likes or my following page just to see who followed me in the last week. And it was really fun just to hang out with Zanny.
That's great.
Not a fanboy. I'm not really a fanboy by any means. I can appreciate good talent and I can appreciate good friendship at the same time.
Yeah.
And to say a few words and then leave it at that. But it was absolutely a pleasure to hang out with Zanny for 2 hours just to simply hang out. It was actually kind of nice. Something I've been wanting to do for years. And I finally got to be able to do it.
You know what you reminded me of? Fine. The last time we were at MFF, 2 years ago,
Zanny wanted to hang out with us.
Yes.
On Thursday night and asked us if we were in the hotel. Because Zanny asked me and say, hey, would you guys like to come in our room and have a party?
Right.
While we weren't planning on showing up till Saturday.
Do you know what else happened, though?
What's that?
What's his name? The Bulge.
Oh, Dragor.
Pulled us into a room. It had us do something in front of a camera. Remember? In the dark. We had a stick.
That wasn't Dragor. That was
Who was
Fur.
it? Oh, that's right. It was Fur. I knew it was somebody from.
Which I'm still waiting for those photos, Fur.
I'm gonna tweet. I'm gonna add his ass.
No. Those photos now. I'm hoping someone catches that reference. Did you catch it?
Dr. Evil.
Yes. I'm so happy. But those are cool photos with the light bar and literally it's a camera.
Ever seeing them?
It's a camera set on bulb and literally you shown this light bright stick. I'm aging myself a bit just to make these nice shapes.
I play with light bright.
And making these beautiful pictures in the dark, total darkness, and you bring light with however way you put your Schultz, with whatever way your hand.
Schultz. What's supposed to happen if you don't do it? I forget.
You get your forehead slapped. No, that's okay. It's a German thing that only one part of Germany does. It's the Schultz. I asked someone from Bavaria, and they were totally confused, and it was very awkward. Oh, no, they had no idea what I was talking about. It was the Dusseldorf thing. Dusseldorf! Okay. Du hast pants! Du hast me your pants! Du hast me your pants! Du hast me your pants, and let me get in your ass!
What's the song from Clark's?
I don't know.
I'm getting very sweat. Did he just say making fuck?
Oh my god.
Your love is like a truck berserker. Would you like to suck my cock berserker? Would you like to making fuck berserker? Did he just say making fuck? Yeah, this guy is fucking off the hook. He's fucking cool. He's from Germany. Skolnick. He just says Skolnick, and it's like, wow, that's crazy. Skolnick.
So after hanging out with Zanny, and after Zanny had to go out and literally go home with Alkali because they were leaving shortly after
Sunday.
Yeah, because I believe Alkali had to work the next day, which for a local con, I understand because that's like my first squared. I'm there Thursday to Sunday, but since I'm only 10 minutes away, Monday, you know what? I'll save the vacation day. I don't really need time to really recover from a con that close by. I'll just work the next day and just, get on with a normal week.
Yeah.
And I decided to get in a suit, hung around with a bunch of people, and guess what I did? I literally stood outside and just had people come to me. It was kind of nice. And one local, oh my God, I am not that drunk, actually. I'm not that drunk at all. I just want to make sure.
That's right. I'm doing the same thing. So
I just want to make sure I'm not pronouncing their name wrong. That is a precious poos. That is like a big cat face relative to that man's head.
Those green eyes.
Those are beautiful green eyes and much, much potential spam. Aw, I thought you were going to.
Nah, I don't bother anymore.
Let's see. That's a big cat. That's really big cat. Let's see. They liked my tweet that I had a $2 raise. Just gotta find that. Whoa.
That is a big kitty.
That is a huge cat. That is a cat swirl. That cat's head is as big as that man's head.
Very close in relativity.
Amicus. So Amicus and I decided to have a good conversation and such and whatnot. Talk about, the past 2.5 years for him. The past 3 years. That is a very adorable cat face. You need to show the world now. See, that's a very, oh wow, the cat's white fur is not. Aw. So,
brightness down.
Or maybe taking the brightness down, that might help. There we go. See, that's a cute cat face. So fluffy.
He is very aware.
He's very aware that he's a cat.
Yep.
And being taken pictures of.
His little nose is covered kind of like Sylvester's, covered by black.
Except this one's white.
Got white stuff on his face.
Who knows? I might maybe volunteer to be staff to a future Wisconsin convention.
Ooh, no. That's Saberzel's cat, by the way. I volunteered one time. That was enough for me.
I would not mind helping out, but then again, it might be a couple years to several years before that might happen. But I thought, hey, something I've always wanted to do is to help run a convention because I know I'm insane like that. But, figure I give them help when they finally get to it. So it was fun talking to him for, the lengthy amount of time that we did. Because you know what? We both struggled a lot in the last 2 years. Going through different things. But in a sense, we're far away from friends and such like that. And really, the whole point about this whole convention is to get us back together. Seeing friends, being back in the same sacred place that we go to almost every year, except for last year. It's just nice to actually see everyone. I was in suit for almost nearly 2 hours, got back in suit, packed the rest of my bags, got in the car, and left about 9:30. Stopped somewhere for food because you know what? I was getting hungry. And I was able to get home by around midnight. Guess what happened to me when I was just getting to Racine in Wisconsin?
What?
I saw a shooting star.
Oh, wow.
And it was a very bright, long one, too.
What time was that?
It was, that must have been like 11:30 at night. So about 30 minutes away from home. And you know what? That made me feel good. It's like, hey, something special happened in these last 2 years. And I get a shooting star out of randomly nowhere. Just a random streak of light. And you know what? Any bit of doubt I would have had turned into good hope. And that's what ended my whole convention weekend, is going home and being graced with a midnight zoomie and a long meteor strike in the sky. Or,
awesome.
just a bolt of light. And it felt really good. And that's my weekend. So, overall, what do you think about MFF 2021?
I loved it. Didn't even go to a panel, and I had a great time. It was just great to see
everyone.
So many people. Something I did skip over, which I was not expecting. Who's the animator? Kip Zip.
I forget.
The green guy.
Oh, Kib Fox or Jib Fox. The green dude.
Yeah. Jib Cody.
Jib Cody. Yep.
He was there in suit.
Mm-hmm.
He had a sling on his arm where he just had surgery like 3 or 4 days prior.
That's risky with a FurCon.
Yeah.
But that shows how much dedication goes to
I
going to a
was
convention.
so happy to see him. I got a selfie with him.
That must be tough getting in that suit.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
Definitely needed assistance.
That would have been awful.
But it was so awesome to see him there. One other person I would have loved to have seen, but I know he couldn't make it, was Cooper Tom.
Yeah, it's understandable.
There's another favorite cat of mine. He's one of the reasons I became a cat to begin with. This stupid cat video.
Aw.
The dumb cat video. Remember the song? It was
Yeah.
something about not self-aware and shitting and everything.
Oh yeah, yeah. I'm a dumb cat and I do whatever I want.
Yeah.
Oh, I shit in a box and I do what I want and I sleep all day.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep.
I'm paraphrasing. That's kind of what it was.
Yeah.
It's just
You get the gist of it.
the theme of MFF for a lot of people is the return.
Mm-hmm.
The return back to what they miss the most. It was very much a con that everyone sorely needed.
Yep, for sure. I know I needed it. I know you did too.
Oh, we all need. And you know what? It's brought back the motivation for me to do things that I've always wanted to do and just keep doing it and just to motivate me in life. Because you know what?
Yeah, why not?
I don't want to, like, I'm a furry through and through. I'm not ever leaving.
Yeah.
When people say they've left the furry fandom, they're lying.
What's his
They'll
name?
be back.
What's his name? Really?
Sabercat?
No. Every bowling meet. I quit the fandom. I'm going to become a policeman.
Oh, you're talking about Redsky?
Redsky.
Oh. Sabretooth.
He quit the fandom again.
Recently?
Yeah.
That's like the 10th time he's done that.
Yeah,
He'll be back next week.
Yeah, he will.
I mean,
you can't quit something when you're in this far.
When you've enjoyed the people you have met through this fandom that you'll never meet outside, because I'm going to say this, meeting people inside the fandom, you meet a different subset of people that you never will ever find in the real world. Because you know why? You will, but only a small aspect.
Very rare for sure. Very rare.
But never this freely. You will never meet someone with the same interests.
It's just so much, right. It's so much easier to meet people that are into crazy retro, music and video games. And tabletop gaming. And,
you know what?
And everything else that we do that's stupid, that shouldn't be done. By people our age.
Next First Square, because I want to do a bunch of panels. I want you to have a panel about retro video gaming. Because just to have a discussion. I don't know.
I could do it.
I think that'd be pretty fun. I got the hiccups.
Retro Cat. We'll call it Retro Cat.
Retro Cat gaming. And you just talk about games. Like, you will definitely get a good crowd of people because there's still a lot of people that appreciate the older stuff.
Yeah.
This con has renewed. Well, it's never renewed an interest. The interest never went away. It renewed the pep and energy I needed just to keep going. Because I like to think with every fur meet and every fur con, it charges up your battery just a little bit to keep on going through the year of real bullshit. Yeah. Real bullshit with work. Real bullshit with the rest of the world. Going to a fur con, going to a fur meet is that perfect escape from our dull, sad reality that no matter what we do within our own real reality, it's never going to change anything. But when we're furries, we do so much for so many people, so many organizations.
You made me think of one other thing that I did encounter. I think I may have even mentioned to you. I know I tweeted about it. When I went to breakfast on Saturday morning, there was a bunch of normies in there, regulars, people that know the people that run the restaurant there. Like they literally go to Tiffany's, which is the name of the restaurant, for breakfast. And one of them, which happened to be like a Chicago guy, and I can't even imitate a Chicago accent. Dub Bears. I mean, I guess
Dub Bears.
He was like, "Yeah,
Polish sausage.
There's
a furry
there's
convention.
some furries over there at the.
Looks like they could use some Polish sausage.
What do you think they're, Pop?
Could use another onion, pal.
Bap, bap,
I'm having another.
bap,
Hey, Bob, I think he's having another heart attack. That's a baker's dozen.
That makes a baker's dozen. So yeah, he brought it up, and they were all like, and that was it. That was literally the extent of the conversation. There's a furry convention.
Have you noticed that on the Sky Bridge, that there's actually images of furries on the Sky Bridge on the actual board? It's kind of like Anthrocon. We are becoming an Anthrocon slowly and surely. Yeah, we have totally become a staple because we've been here almost 10 years.
See, that says something to me, though. The fact that normies
expect
know
us.
when we're there, are not like, oh, God, disgusting.
No.
Oh.
They don't wash their asshole like I do. Oh, wait a minute.
Oh, I guess I'm the gay one.
I have to touch my anus.
I want to cut this short because I got to do some exercising.
Yeah, it's okay. I got some things I got to do, too.
Food.
I had to think about food.
We were going to talk about smelling bad at a con, but let's just say this. Maybe about half of the people that went to hug me, we got about this close.
And you smelled the ass.
I smelled it, and I was like, that's enough.
Tell me what you just told me, that you no longer...
I don't do full press body against body. I just do the hands, shoulders, and arms. That's it.
Right. I didn't smell anything because I was always in suit and I was always at panels.
Well, because I have better ventilation, I can smell it.
That's true. You actually have so much more better... Yeah.
So once I start catching a whiff, I'm like, that's enough. Sorry, this suit... I don't even remember when I washed the suit last. Had to be within the last year.
At least once.
I mean, I've only worn it like once or twice.
Since the pandemic.
Photo shoots where we're in and out of suit in like...
Your car.
20 minutes, 30 minutes.
We took a picture with you on your car.
Yeah.
That was last year.
Yeah.
So that was the last time.
Again, that was in suit for how long? 20, 30 minutes?
Yeah.
Not even enough to break a sweat.
No. And we were outside in October of all times, which was, starting to get cooled down a bit. So
yeah. Good weather for it.
Oh, yeah.
It was right after I got my plate, finally. The sourpuss.
Yeah.
Did you have the last minute thing?
The last minute thing. So I discovered that my fursuit has an expiration date. And here's why. If you ever see me in suit, like you stand up straight, you have good posture, I have to stump like this because my fursuit head, I can't see anything if I'm doing this with good posture. My eyes are pointing up. I'm literally doing this. I can't see down. So to do that, I have to go do this or stoop low. And you know what? After a while, it starts to it gets old.
Yeah.
I've filled up my bodysuit. I've had it since 2013.
Yeah.
I used to weigh 130, 120, 130 pounds back then. Now I'm weighing 175, which I can still fit in my suit. That's fantastic. But now there's no more room to grow. I can't unstitch seams to make them fit more better. No, I'm at the total extent of what I can do with that suit. I have decided I'm going to buy some bolts of fabric, but once I find out what the exact colors are, which shouldn't be too hard, I'm going to buy bolts of fabric and I'm going to disassemble my entire fursuit, use the pieces as templates, and I'm just going to make a slightly bigger version of my own suit, just so I can feel a little bit comfortable. Because now I can't do active things in suit because I'm afraid of ripping seams. And I'm so tight that my upper back hurts, which shouldn't be the case.
Yeah, I remember wearing your hat, and I remember, I don't know what Rusty was thinking, but those eye holes are not lined up with eyes at all.
No.
At all.
Yeah, you have to do this. And it's just so uncomfortable.
Oh, my God. It's like she didn't even test it before she put it on.
No. Well, it was kind of rushed in a sense, but that's just her spiel. But my thoughts are with this is...
kind of like the harness that took
3 years to make. and it took her 2 weeks to do one for a friend, which, that's when I figured. That's kind of when I figure I was out of that group. That's when I figured that I was no longer relevant, but that's okay. I'm thinking Dustin 3.0 may happen a lot more sooner. Because you know what? I enjoy fursuiting. But if I can't suit comfortably, I don't know what I'd want to do. Yeah. That is a lounging poos. I'm going to first just do a bodysuit just to make myself feel comfortable for the most part.
Yeah.
And then I'm just going to buy a fursuit base head, like a foam base. And I'm going to give my shot at just recreating a fursuit head.
Cool.
Because you know what? I'm getting to the point where I would rather just be comfortable. Yeah. The only problem is finding good buckram material to do the eyes. That's the only part that I fear is I have no idea how to do eyes. I know how they're made. I just never done them. I know how to cut and sew fabric. That's not a big deal. Yeah. Most things about a fursuit is mostly cut and sewing. So that's my goals in the next year is to buy bolts of fabric to just rebuild a bodysuit from scratch, keeping the old suit fabric as body templates, just to simply have a little note say add a bit of width or like surface area to this fabric, stitch it all back together, and then I'm back to having a new suit. It's just after a while you get fed up of wearing a suit that doesn't fit you comfortably and is not comfortable to wear. After a while, you stop having fun, and I hate to do that. I would rather enjoy wearing a suit. Yeah. The only suit that I feel comfortable wearing is Anton, and my upper body just, like, my shoulders and arms don't fit them. Yeah. I would have to rebuild the upper end, which I'm going to do anyway. I'm just going to rebuild the upper end of Anton because that's still a relatively new suit from 2014. I plan on wanting to keep my suits a long time, but you know what? Dustin 2.0, the head is cute. I will still wear the head from time to time, but I want a 3.0 that I can now call my main battle axe. Because after a while, you get fed up with doing the same thing over and over again.
And for me, look for a pet suit version of my current fursuit. I'm going to be a cat. And a husky. So we'll see. But
because and we could probably try it for one for next Thursday too. Because I want to get back into regular. I miss you guys. I know you miss us. I miss doing this. It's just my job's been insane. I'm just trying to make time to make this work. Because you know what, I do it for you guys. Because I like doing this with you guys. So. We'll have a few we'll probably make a list of things for the next time. We'll just talk about more then. I want to talk about cooking next time for Alpha. I've not forgotten about that, but I want to talk about cooking next time. We may have another guest. I'm not sure. It's always random. But next Thursday or even, Saturday. I don't know. Saturday we'll find out. But
we'll do it when we can.
Yeah. But I definitely want to do more of them because I miss doing them. This has been our MFF Midwest FurFest 2020, the return.
2021.
Oh my God, I'm a year behind. 2021. The theme was intergalactic, and I have to say, 10 out of 10. It was a fun time. In fact, 12 out of 10. Let's just call it that because you know what? We haven't been to a convention in a while. Yeah. I feel renewed, and I hope more and more people show up. And I look forward to more conventions just in general. So.
Me too. Definitely.
All right. Well, I am so glad that you guys were able to, come support us to watch our weird podcast. But hey, something about reviewing a con. I hope to see some of you at this con. We would love to hang out with our fans.
Yeah.
Believe me, if you can come to a con, we will have you on. Not just front row, we'll have you up on stage with us. We want you to be a part of it. So, Alpha, you come to a Midwest Con, find me, and we'll be on stage together doing a podcast. So, how about that?
For sure.
So, anyway, I've had fun. I'm on a good note. I feel I am ready to kick 2022's ass. If it had an ass to kick, I'm gonna kick it. So I'm doing fantastic. I'm glad you're doing fantastic. We had a fun time. Look forward to the next episode and just getting back to something regular because it's a fun break from reality.
Yep.
So I look forward to it. Thank you so much. Have a good evening. And this has been another episode of the Zooming Who's podcast. And always, I'm your host, Dustin DaHusky.
I'm Kurdan Sourpuss.
And thank you for taking the time to watching us talk about stuff. So until next time, we'll see you around next episode.
See ya.
See ya. Oh, wow, we get to do the end stream again. Yeah! Oh, wait, you want to stop now? Let's stop it. Bye-bye.